Hi everyone, my name is Steven Soteric and I'm an amateur photographer and videographer based out of New Jersey. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 3 tips on Lightroom, little hacks that you can apply to your own photography. If you're new to photography, or maybe you've been doing it for a while, hopefully I'll be able to show you at least something you didn't know before. By the way, if you want to check out some cool spots around New Jersey, head to my website, stevensoteric.wordpress.com. Without further ado, let's hop into Lightroom. Okay, so this is a picture that I took a few weeks ago. It's at McConnell's Mills State Park. It's about 45 minutes away from Pittsburgh. I just made some basic adjustments to it, exposure, contrast, highlights, just, little basic stuff. But here it brings me to the first little trick is this little eyedropper tool right next to the temperature and tint sliders. So you're going to take this, it says white balance selector, click on that and you are presented with this little eyedropper tool. So this little tool actually allows you to go in and pick a white. You're going to find a white in your picture, you click it, give it a second, and it will automatically adjust the white balance in your picture to fit that white. So there you go, you just saw it change. So basically my picture was a little cool before that and it just warmed it up. So that's what I like to do as soon as I start editing, if I want it to be a true white balance, because sometimes I warm it up or cool it down on purpose. But if I'm trying to have a nice neutral look, go right to the eyedropper tool, select on a white. I chose this waterfall, and boom, you have a perfectly white balanced picture. Okay, so moving on to our second trick. This is something that I figured out a few months ago and that I've been using a bunch. So for pictures like this, I'll zoom in. You see these rocks, they're a little dark, just a little bit, but they're not too bad. But, let's say they're darker, in your images. I have a lot of pictures at the beach or at lighthouses with rocks around it that I'm doing a long exposure, sometimes at night, that around certain areas in the heavily shaded areas, it's too dark. So, normal people, they'll go up here to the shadows slider and they'll turn that all the way up. But then you get this really fake looking look to your picture that it's just really weird and I don't like it at all. So here's what you do instead. Come up here to the graduated filter, go to the edge of your picture, and you want to click, and let's just move it to right about there. You want it so the left side of it is pointing towards your picture. You can do it from the right side. I just like to put mine on, the left side. I like to put mine on the right. So make sure it's to the left. Then you're going to come down here to range mask, and we want to turn that to luminance. So then once we have that open, click show luminance mask, and that'll highlight the entire thing red to show you what you're selecting. Turn this range down all the way, so you're just highlighting those dark areas. We can turn the smoothness down so you can see exactly what you're doing. But we want to turn that smoothness right back up to about, I like to leave it around 55. I'm going to turn the show luminance mask off, and we're going to just bring up the exposure slightly. So there's a little much, so right about 71. You're going to go and click done, and then you have a much smoother, less tacky looking way of brightening up those really dark places in your photo. All right, with that one out of the way, let's move on to number 3. Okay, so this is my third and final trick that I'll be sharing with you guys. And I also discovered this one a few months ago, and I've been using it in almost every single picture that I've been taking since then. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna go to your blue primary slider under saturation and just bump that thing right to 100. So this will instantly give your picture this really vibrant, saturated look and just brings all the colors to life that we're hiding. So, just going back to 0, looks like that, all dull, up to 100, and it gives your picture a different life and it looks absolutely amazing. Thank you all so much for watching. That was my 3 Lightroom hacks that now you guys can go and experiment in your own photography. If you want, check out those New Jersey maps on my website, stevensoteric.wordpress.com, and give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok at stevensoteric.jpg. It's stevensoteric.jpg. Take care.